What up, Sea of Red? You're listening to Into the Flames, a Calgary Flames fan podcast.
Your home for all things Flames and updates around the NHL.
With your hosts, Boury and Noah Eppleston.
Into the Flames. New episodes every Sunday.
Hey everyone, we've got a really special episode for you guys here. We're with an individual who's been a member of Canada's national women's team since 2007. She's a three-time gold medalist, having competed in 4 Olympic Games thus far and 10 IIHF Women's World Championships. She ranks top 10 all-time in scoring for Canada's national women's team. And on September 13th, she joined the Calgary Flames Hockey Operations Department in a full-time role in player development, prospect evaluation, and on-ice instruction, as well as being involved within the Flames Foundation's community programs. We'd like to introduce Rebecca Johnston. How are you, Rebecca?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Doing good, yeah.
I thought I killed that intro. I just done that all day.
So Rebecca, I just wanted to start off talking about your university career, playing at Cornell. Can you just talk about how the atmosphere was there and how it shaped your game to the international and professional level of hockey?
Yeah, I would say Cornell definitely was like a stepping stone for me, making it to the national team, and just like consistently being on the national team. I think I really grew as a person and as a player. You learn so much. I feel like when I was younger, I never left home until I went to college. So Cornell, it definitely was a learning curve for me, and I learned a lot throughout my 4 years being there. I had a great coach who really helped me with on-ice just ability and my skill level. I think he was definitely a great coach for me individually, and then just the atmosphere. I mean, Cornell was a great school. My last 2 years, we actually made it to the Frozen Four, so we went from being almost one of the worst teams in the league to one of the best within 3-4 years, which is pretty remarkable. So it was amazing just to be part of a program that really turned a corner and kind of being that first class to help it really go in the right direction and change just the team and what we can do. So it was a pretty cool experience, and Cornell is amazing. It's one of the most beautiful schools I've ever seen, and I was able to get a great education while still playing competitively.
Absolutely. And how did you guys end up doing in the Frozen Four while you were there?
Unfortunately, we lost both times in the semis. But I think there's 1 year I think we could have really had a good chance of winning. But yeah, it's not the outcome we wanted, but definitely it was a great experience being able to make it to Frozen Four 2 years in a row.
Right, and taking the experience from that and into your international career, where you tallied a total of 72 points through 76 games with Team Canada. Can you talk about the effort and commitment it took to maintain such a high level of playing, especially in international competition?
Yeah, I think it's to be able to play at the national team level for so long. Like you really, throughout your career, you start as one player, you develop, you learn a lot throughout your years. And I think I really grew as a player throughout these years because I really use the people around me. I was like a sponge. I really wanted to just learn and grow as a player, learn from all the amazing players that I was playing with and the coaching staff that I had. So, for me, it was an amazing experience, and you really have to evolve throughout your career. Like I definitely was a different player, probably every Olympics that I've been to, just trying to, you learn so much, you really become a different player, and you play the roles that you need to play, and there's a lot that comes with it. So it was a great experience for me and be able to be on the team for so long. It was unexpected for sure, but takes a lot of work and dedication for sure.
Mm-hmm. In your first couple of years, was there a name that stood out that really you kind of latched onto and learned from and grew your game from?
There was one player that made me just feel so comfortable going in because I started at such a young age. When I was 17, so I was still in grade 12. Right. I was an alternate at the World Championships in 2007. And so that was it was so intimidating for me to come in and be with all these players like Haley Wickenheiser, Danielle Goet, all these older players that have been around for so long, and that I've watched on TV growing up. So it was really intimidating, and Carolyn Willett was one player that really made me feel comfortable and made me feel like, I'm here for a reason, and just to really be confident and go out and just show what I can bring, and that kind of helped. So she's one player that really stood out to me, just helped me throughout my career, not just the first couple of years, but always giving me that confidence, which just an amazing team leader she is.
No, definitely. And I just want to talk about the feeling of bringing home an Olympic gold medal. What did that mean to you and your family and friends?
Oh, I mean, it meant everything. I think that was a dream come true. It's so hard to explain the feelings you have, or I've had when like just getting that gold medal around your neck for the first time, especially. It was a dream come true. Like I kind of almost get goosebumps thinking about it still, just because there's nothing higher, there's nothing better that I can ever accomplish. So to be able to say I've done that, and I've done it multiple times, is pretty crazy. So to have my family there also with me in Vancouver was my first Olympics, and I had about 10 people there watching me. It was pretty amazing feeling. I remember I was on the ice and we were getting our medals, and I can actually see my parents up in the stands, and there's 20,000 people in the stands watching us play. And that was kind of my first big moment where you're playing in front of so many people, and I just see my mom crying up there. And so it's like emotional, because it's just like, and my dad actually had some tears, which he never cries. So I think the best part about it is being able to share it with your loved ones and the people that, have sacrificed so much for you to accomplish your dreams, which are my parents and my family. So it was amazing. That's the one thing I remember the most, is being able to share it with my family.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Especially with all the early mornings and weekends they gave up to bring you to the rink and whatnot. It definitely must have been an amazing feeling.
Yeah, and I come from a very large family. I have 5 siblings, and we all played hockey. So
okay, yeah.
They were at the rink constantly, mornings, nights, every day.
Yeah, so it was nonstop then.
Yeah, so they deserved it more than me, probably.
You mentioned Haley Wickenheiser. Like, now she's among 5 female assistant general managers in the NHL at this stage. Marie-Philippe Poulin hired by the Habs this summer in a part-time player personnel role. Former U.S. captain Megan Duggan, now a manager of player development for the New Jersey Devils. Manon Rhéaume became a hockey ops and prospect advisor for the LA Kings in July. And she was also the first and only woman to play in the NHL, in an exhibition game. As the female presence within the NHL begins to grow, what's that feeling like, to have little girls look up to you and believe that they could also make it to the NHL someday too?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Honestly, I never thought I'd be here, to be honest. I never thought I'd accomplish what I have so far, but just the opportunities that I've had, and this opportunity specifically is I'm so thankful for the opportunity, and I just can't wait to get started. And it's awesome to see all these females now in the NHL side of the game, and just the opportunities, the messages that I've gotten ever since it's been announced, just from young girls or families. It's pretty crazy, the support that I've had so far, and it's only been a week or so. So it's just, I'm just honored to be able to have the opportunity, and honestly, I'm just really excited to get started and be part of some of the females that are transitioning into these positions.
Awesome. And in what way are you looking to leave your impact on the team, and what areas do you look to improve?
I think for me, the one thing I've just been through so many different experiences throughout my career. I've dealt with a lot of adversity. I've dealt with a lot of things on the mental side of the game. I've dealt a lot with injuries, and just making it to the top and accomplishing my goals, and just making it to be the best in in the world. And so I think that those experiences alone, I feel like I can really help these prospects, these guys develop and accomplish their goals of making it to the NHL and taking that next step. Because there's just so many things you don't know when you're younger. And I wish I knew a lot of this stuff when I was younger, because it just would have been an easier transition, or I would have been able to like develop a lot quicker. And so a lot of the stuff with sport is, it's not just about like on the ice or on the field. Like there's a lot of, half of it is the mental side of the game and being able to deal with certain situations and adversity. So I think that's the main thing I hope to help and to help these prospects develop. I just think that those are some things that can shed some light on for sure.
No, definitely. And like you were talking about the mental side of the game. I think somebody who's been at the top and knows what it takes to go out there and win the Olympics, say, or a gold medal, or the Stanley Cup for that fact, it's definitely a huge part of it. And we're really excited to see what you can do with the prospects to help them out.
Yeah, I mean, it takes so much. Like I just know the grind. Like I know how it works. It might not be the same. Like I'm not, winning a Stanley Cup, but like Olympics is definitely something that, is obviously similar in my books. And on the female side it's not an easy year. It's not an easy time to try to make that Olympic team and then to actually win an Olympic gold medal for your country. So there's a lot of experiences that I can shed some light on and just hopefully the guys, respect the experiences and want to learn and grow from them.
This is a fun question that I don't think anyone's asked you the last little while. What's your usual go-to pump-up song? I mean, I asked Nazem Kadri the same thing, and he gave me an assortment of hip-hop, which is the same rotation that I have, so I didn't really add anything new. But
oh God, I'm like the least. I wouldn't say I'm superstitious at all, so I won't listen to the same songs by any means. So God, I'm a bad person to ask this. I love country, so I can honestly listen to country at any time, like before game, after game, like cool down, whatever it is. But definitely a lot of pop, like top 40 type music is played in our dressing room, and I don't know if I can give you one.
No, that's all right.
Kind of boring answer.
Fine. Pop is lit. I listen to pop too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you have any like fun hockey stories that you could leave us off with? Maybe something from like a past Olympics or World Championship.
Well, like a fun one was in Vancouver 2010, so it's kind of a while ago. But like after we won, I don't know if you guys remember, but we were celebrating on the ice. So we were in the dressing. We were all on the ice. We had beers and cigars, and we were kind of just laying on the ice.
Yeah.
And just celebrating. And no one was in the rink, so we didn't think it was a big deal. And then the next day, it was all in the paper, and I woke up to a huge blowout of me on the front page on the Zamboni with the beer in my hand. And I was so nervous because I was of age. I was 19 or 20, just turned 20. So I was of age, but I thought I was going to be in so much trouble. And
right.
Because I didn't know if that was allowed or not, but there were cops on the ice with us, so I figured it was fine. So then it was just this huge ordeal, but that was kind of like a fun Canadian moment, I guess. Just being on the ice and drinking after you win, it's kind of
there's no better way to win as a Canadian other than that.
Exactly.
For sure. Yeah. That really sealed the deal, I think.
Yeah, so that's kind of a fun one. I feel like I have a lot of those little stories, but that one sticks out the most for sure.
No, awesome.
That's pretty much all we have for you, Rebecca. Thank you for coming on. This was awesome.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. It was nice to see a different side of the hockey world for sure.
It was nice to meet you guys.
Yeah, it was nice to meet you too, and good luck this year. Hopefully everything goes well and you fit into the new role nicely.
Yeah, thank you. Hopefully.
Alrighty. Thanks,
Great.
Rebecca.
Right. Yeah, no problem.
Thanks, Rebecca. Appreciate it.
Yeah, bye.
So that was Rebecca Johnston.
And if anybody heard any banging in the back, that was my cat playing with the door. He would not stop. I had to get up and try and go and get him away, but he's still just hanging out there. So
I'm going to cut that part out so SeatGeek doesn't get mad. Just kidding. I'm going to leave that in. It's fine. Okay. I know that we're sponsored, but life happens. Anyway, if you guys liked our content, feel free to like, comment, subscribe for more videos like this one. And thank you for listening.
yeah, thanks for listening, everybody.